Okay, we're here with the Omaha Burke head coach, Paul Limongi. Coach, obviously, in all your years of coaching, I can't imagine there's been a tougher year for you to, number one, deal with the pandemic, and then number two, have to tell your team that you couldn't play this year. How did you get through this last year?
Yeah, it was definitely one of the most difficult seasons I've had as a football coach. It was just gut-wrenching to talk to the kids, and they did everything they needed to do to get ready for this season. I mean, the first quarantine, we meet with the guys over Zoom, and we'd have meetings, and we even read a book and did discussion questions. And then when we were able to get back, in early part of summer, kind of being outside and doing things with tire flips and sleds and using all the restrictions to our benefit, the kids did everything. And and then obviously things happened, and we got canceled, and it was extremely tough for the program, and I felt horrible for the kids and their families, but that's life, and we kind of told them that how sorry we were, and don't let this ruin your life, and to keep pounding, and things will get better. And that's what they did. And unfortunately and fortunately, we lost some kids to other schools, which I was happy to see them have the opportunity to play, and we got a few back, and we're in a situation right now where we got to kind of rebuild our culture and our program's core values, and that's what we've been doing. So we're looking forward to the future.
Do you just have to tell your kids, like, look, 2020 is behind us. We're all mad about it. We can't talk about it anymore. We got to worry about 21.
That's right. You can't let it get you twice. It happened. We got to move on. A lot of people went through adversity last fall and last spring, and it hit me with a double whammy. Not only my team, but I have two daughters that play soccer, and it affected their seasons. And you just got to somehow make the best of it and endure and look excited about the future.
And you felt like you had a team that could make a run last year. You got another good group of kids still coming back. Let's start with Devin Jackson, arguably the top prospect in Nebraska, has a who's who list of Power 5 offers right now. What kind of player has Devin been, and how much better is he going to get from sophomore to senior year, since we didn't get to see him as a junior?
Yeah, well, before I talk about Devin, just a shout out to our 2020 team. Yeah, they would have been pretty special. We had 26 seniors, most I've ever had, and they were kind of like a silent but deadly group. We think we could have made a nice run with what we had coming back, but it happened, and we're moving on. But with Devin, having such a really impactful sophomore year, and then not having a junior year, he's got nothing but better. I mean, he's gotten bigger, stronger, faster. His leadership skills have improved dramatically. His gains in the weight room and his explosiveness has obviously increased. He took full advantage of the time off to better himself, both mentally and physically. So we can't wait to watch him excel next year, not only on defense, but he turned himself into a pretty good wide receiver. That's really going to help us out as well.
Well, and just for him to stay committed to Burke, to stay committed to OPS. Absolutely. Him and Deshaun Woods, I mean, they both kind of were spokespeople to keep these kids at OPS schools, because I'm sure there probably were some stressful nights where you worried about your entire roster being rated. Yeah, that was him staying, and a lot of the other guys kind of just enduring it, and staying with us is something I'll never forget. And either will our school or community or OPS for that matter, that they withstood the storm, and they're ready to have a great year next year. So it's great. As far as teams recruiting Devin, he's got a top 5 that he's going to release. Yep. But I mean, are you getting lots of contacts still from new suitors, or is it kind of established who's all going to be there? Yeah, I mean, we've gotten a lot of contact from a lot of schools, obviously, and there's new ones coming up every day. With I think Oklahoma just was recent, and Miami, and some of the SEC schools down there, and he's been getting a lot of good looks, and I think schools are really excited the way he looks and the way he's performing, and his strength and his explosiveness is increasing, and I think he's going to get a couple more
before it's all said and done. And he's taking his time. He's going through the process, just like the other guys we've had who are Division I prospects. He's going to go with the best fit for him and his family, and I know he's going to make a great decision.
And then Alec, you mentioned what he's meant for you. He played at Scott just to play on junior varsity, but he's coming back. Very impressive kid. What are you expecting out of Alec Cook?
Yeah, Alec is a tremendous leader, hard worker. He just bleeds black and gold. It's just tremendous that we were able to get him back into the program. And I named Alec and Devin and Nick Garnett our captains right away, and they've been doing a great job. And he's a very, very good football player. I mean, if he would have had a junior year at the varsity level, he would be a D1 prospect, no doubt. And he's getting a lot of looks just because he's really grown. He's got strong. He's explosive. He's really took advantage of the time too, and just gotten better. He's a tremendous student. So he's going to have a very bright future beyond Burke at the next level. He's just a football player, just down and dirty.
And you mentioned Nick Garnett, one of your other captains, fullback, linebacker, offensive line, kind of
tough kid,
just core guy. I mean, describe his playing.
Yeah, Nick is a Burke kid. He's 5'10", 220. Lifts his tail off, mean, nasty, just plays hard. He's the type of kid that just outplays you, indoors you. He'll be there in the fourth quarter with 30 seconds playing as hard as he did in the first quarter. So he's a great leader, does everything right. He's just a typical Burke player, and love the impact he's had so far.
And then Caden, another guy that you brought with you here today, a 2023. I mean, he hasn't played football since his freshman year, so he's a kid that I'm sure when he gets on the field this year, he's going to take a huge jump. Yeah,
I mean, a little bit of an unknown in terms of how he'll perform on Friday nights, but from what we see so far, he's got all the tools. He's a big kid, strong, dedicated. He worked his tail off the last year or so getting ready, and very committed, and loves the program, and we're looking for him to be a impactful tight end and D end for us.
And then you've got another lineman you brought here with you, Carmelo. What kind of player is he?
Yeah, Carmelo's played one of the few kids that played as sophomore. He's a thumper. He's an extremely hard, physical hitter, and we're going to probably use him on both sides of the ball as well. He'll carry the ball a little bit. He's got tremendous feet. Strong, powerful, and he's going to play DN as well. But just a tough kid that is something we feel he's going to be special, and we're looking forward to what he does next year.
Well, Coach, we're looking forward to seeing you guys back on the field here in 2021. Thanks for coming out today.
Thanks for having us.